Welcome to BFM's 3 p.m. News. I am your presenter, Narissa Bostwick. On the local scene, the Junior Council of the Girl Guides Association of St. Vincent and the Grenadines proudly hosted the annual Althea Commission Brownie Public Speaking Competition on World Thinking Day 2025 under the global theme, Our Story. This highly anticipated event showcased the confidence, creativity, and eloquence of young Brownie guides as they shared their perspectives and honed their public speaking skills. Brownies from packs across St. Vincent and the Grenadines participated, delivering prepared speeches on the topic, As a Brownie guide, you are expected to do a good turn every day. What else have you gained from being a Brownie guide? How can this benefit you and your community in the years ahead? The prepared speech category was won by Omarlia Denny, representing the number 5 Kingstown Brownie Pack at the Kingstown Preparatory School, while the impromptu speech category was won by Alyssa Williams, representing the Sugar Mill Bim Bims and Brownies at the Sugar Mill Academy. The overall winner was Omarlia Denny, representing the number 5 Kingstown Preparatory Brownie Pack. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is actively investigating a case of attempted murder following a report made by Mr. Ormond Rage, a 37-year-old laborer of Otley Hall. According to the report, at approximately 4:20 p.m. on February 20, 2025, Mr. Rage was shot in the left hip by 2 unidentified assailants while in Otley Hall. The attack appears to have been a deliberate act with intent to commit murder on the virtual complainant. The incident was formally reported to the police on February 27th, and an active investigation is underway. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force urges anyone with information that could assist in identifying the perpetrators to come forward. A team from the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, or ECS Commission, will be visiting St. Vincent and the Grenadines next week. The team will collaborate with the Ministry of Education on enhancing the implementation of the OECS Program for Educational Advancement and Relevant Learning, PEARL. Among the key objectives of the visit are to understand the needs and the challenges of the Ministry of Education, assess local issues and opportunities for PEARL initiatives, promote regional education harmonization, develop a strategy for sustainable project outcomes, and manage multi-country implementation risk. On Monday, March 3rd, there will be status update and progress review meetings, as well as a media briefing, and on March 4th, there will be school visits. Local crafter and young entrepreneur Samia Trotman has launched a campaign called New Look, New Style, aimed at promoting a brand new packaging look and style for people seeking custom jewelry for themselves or as gifts. The campaign was launched today, February 28, on Instagram. Ms. Trotman, who has been a crafter for over 4 years, said the campaign is a final year requirement for a course at the Division of Technical and Vocational Education in her Digital Media and Marketing program. The campaign runs from February 28th to April 15th. We did a survey as part of a final year course in integrated marketing campaign where we found that customers desired a more personalized and aesthetically appealing presentation of packaging rather than a plain bag. Based on this feedback, we decided to revamp our packaging to enhance the customer experience, ensuring that every purchase feels special and thoughtful, Ms. Trotman said. Betopia is an online business that sells jewelry made mainly with local materials. In original news, the TNT Airline Pilots Association, TT ALPA, wants Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to urgently intervene in their ongoing salary dispute with Caribbean Airlines Limited, CAL. At a press briefing held yesterday, members of the union expressed frustration at the airline's failure to pay the salary increases approved by Minister of Finance, Com Imbert. According to the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, Industrial Relations Consultant for TNT Airline Pilots Association, Timothy Bailey, called for Prime Minister Rowley to intervene, given the critical role pilots play in connectivity and the economy. Noting that the Minister of Finance has already allocated the necessary funds, Bailey said, "We are saying to the board and management of Caribbean Airlines, while you want to party, our pilots want their money. Sign off on the collective agreement, pay the pilots what they are owed, and focus on the airline's core mission." He said the CAL board's inaction necessitates higher level intervention to ensure the airline's obligations to its pilots are met promptly. With the U.S. government threatening visa sanctions against governments that use Cuba's overseas medical missions, Guyana's Vice President Barrett Jagdeo said yesterday that it is imperative for leaders of the Caribbean Community CARICOM to jointly engage the U.S. on the implications of such sanctions. Earlier this week, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced that the U.S. will bar visas to foreign government officials who, through their countries, support and benefit from the medical program. This expanded policy applies to current or former Cuban government officials and other individuals, including foreign government officials, who are believed to be responsible for or involved in the Cuban labor export program, particularly Cuba's overseas medical missions. This policy also applies to the immediate family of such persons, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced 2 days ago. Guyana has long benefited from the Cuban Medical Brigade and has been importing nurses and other medical professionals from Cuba to fill shortages in the public healthcare system. Vice President Jagdeo said the issue is not unique to Guyana, but the U.S. government's new position has the potential to impact countries across the Caribbean region. And finally, in the news at this hour, President Donald Trump will sign an executive order that for the first time will make English the official language of the United States, a White House official said today. The U.S. has never had an official language in the nearly 250 years since the country was founded. The order is intended to improve government efficiency and promote national unity, according to White House officials. President Trump's action will rescind an executive order from former President Bill Clinton in 2000 that required federal agencies and recipients of federal funding to provide language assistance to non-English speakers, according to a White House summary of the order. And this has been WeFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Narissa Bostwick. Do join us at 5:30 when we will bring you our next newscast.